Hello, my name is Jeremy. Today we're going to be looking at two different applications. The first one is called Screencast matic, which is an application that allows students to create videos and share their desktop. And of course they could share those videos with whoever they choose. And then we're going to use that application to create a video of Desmos, which is an online graphing application. As a math teacher, I'm always looking for ways to help students make connections. One area that is pretty abstract that students often struggle with is domain and range. So that's what this is going to be geared towards, is a lesson like that. So as we can see, this is Desmos. This is a graphing calculator application right here. If we want, we're going to start off and we're going to create a little bit of a picture here, and then use a domain and range to help us manipulate our functions. So we're going to start off and let's go ahead, let's build a house out of some lines. So we start off and we'll create our first line right here, and our second line right here. Okay, you can kind of see the roof right there forming. And then below that, we're creating the sides of the house. Now, as you look at the sides of the house, you can kind of see where the house would be, but we need to limit that line a little bit, and that's where the domain comes in. So in this case, if we want to limit the domain, maybe we want to go from -5 to 0, and you could see how that line became a segment there. And then same thing over here. Maybe we'll go from 0 to 5. Okay, and perfect. That looks great. So one of the things that you might notice about this is a house usually has a roof that hangs over the sides. So let's go ahead, let's maybe extend that just a little bit right there to represent, a house that we're used to a little bit more. Okay, so this was an example of domain, being able to manipulate the domain that changed the x values. So by limiting the x values, you could see how that placed parameters on that line. The line will only occur from this point right here all the way to this point. That's all that's going to be shown here. Now if we wanted to change the height, that would be the range. So an example, whenever we deal with a range, we have to use the y value. So if we did that, we could see that this function, or this range, would limit that. Now you can see this nice house that we have going on here. Now usually in America, we have doors in our houses, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a door. So we need one horizontal segment and two vertical segments for that. So let's go ahead and start with our horizontal segment. And of course, we want to limit that down a little bit. So we're going to say that it's only going to be between -1 and 1 for the x values. And then of course we're going to create our we want to create the sides of the doors. So let's start off like that, and let's go from 0, we're changing the height again, to 4. Okay, and then kind of create the same equation right there, but it'll be like that. Okay, so now you can see we've got our house created. It's got a nice little door. One other thing that you might want to do is you might want to actually you might want to like color in your door. So if we did that, we could use inequalities right here, and oops, and as you can see there we go, we've got this colored in. Now Desmos, as you can see, this is a couple minutes into the creation process. We already created something kind of neat. Here's some other examples that you might be able to create with a little bit more time and effort. And then here's another picture that I was kind of tinkering around with. So from a student standpoint, this is a very creative application, and they develop a deep understanding of what is how do I transform a function, how do I move it into the place that I want, how do I limit the domain or the range to make that picture what I want it to look like. And for that reason, you're starting to hit higher levels of Bloom's taxonomy. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. Again, we went over Screencast to be able to create the video, and showed you Desmos. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.